So, Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0, 3-0. We can do it in one. Look, 3-0. They can expeditiously hold that. Kenny, you was at the game. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. The atmosphere looked lit, I can't lie. Yeah. First half, a little bit cagey, a little bit of a tactical battle. Yeah. Bukayo Saka for me was our best attacker in the first half. Our captain, we'll get onto him later. Stinker and hooks, mate. Get that geezer out the club. But anyway, Kenny, we're going at half time and we're thinking on the watch along. We're sitting there. I don't know where it was like in the ground. I'm sure we'll hear in a sec. That was a good first half of Madrid that didn't concede. Absolutely slapped them second half. The first free kick, Kenny, yeah. And I know it was down your end and you were side onto it, yeah. Right, Kenny, I thought it went wide and hit the addled in, hit the back of the net. So it took me a bit of time to realize, why is it? Oh shit, he scored. The second one, get out of here, man. They're two of the best free kicks I've seen all season. Then that took the wind out of their sails. And Mikel Merino's goal, no look finish. Yeah, and I don't think people have seen that back properly to appreciate how sick his movement was. He was 3 yards away from the penalty spot. He goes in, he looks, jogs backwards, bang. Yeah, absolutely slapped them. Skelly, Balder. Well done to you, bruv. That was sink or swim tonight. I was shocked he started him. Timber. Saka, please be all right. Same with Timber. Declan Rice, though, Kenny, stole the show. What did you, Kenny? I'm so gassed you see that as well. I'm so happy you see that, brother, because nobody expected that. Let's be real.
There's a lot of people going, what are you saying about Declan Rice? And there's one person who's gone on the comedy channel and says, Rice disrespect. First and foremost, if you guys have got your head out your asses and you people on the comedy channel want to talk about disrespect to Declan Rice, remember one thing that I said. I said Declan Rice is not a top number 6. If you guys have opened your eyes and used your brain, the brain cells you're given, you would realise that Declan Rice is playing his best football as a number 8. That's where he's playing his best football last season, and that's what he played today. His performance in the first half was controlled. He followed the game plan. Partey followed the game plan. Real Madrid are going to be kicking themselves because they got in behind us. They forced us into mistakes. Modric was unmarkable. But one thing about football, if you don't score when you're on top, you're gonna get punished. And they got away with one in the first half. Saka, when he got his legs right, in terms of what I mean in footballing terms, he realised that he got the strength in his legs. He had Alaba on toast. Mikel Merino forgot he's playing striker. But when Timber put that cross in and Mikel Merino hit that header, brilliant save for Courtois. I want to say pray tribute to Courtois. I know Roy Keane's going to say it's his job. But had it not been for him, we would have won about 5. You can't put a price on that save in the first half. You can't put a price on those saves from Martinelli and then the block and then he's safe for Mikel Merino. He shouldn't be saving it. You can't put a price in overall handling. However, you can't put a price in Declan Rice today. Number 8 position. See, number 8, not the number 6 position. The reason why we're talking about Declan Rice number 8 position, because all you guys talking about Declan Rice, rightly so, man in the match. But don't forget about Thomas. Thomas was absolutely superb today. Thomas Partey was superb, and he showed you today why he's the best one of the best number 6 in the country.
Sign him up to a new contract, Kenny. Give him another year.
Rodri injured. He is the best number 6 in the country. He
got better the longer the game went on, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, he started off and he had the shot. Yeah, and there was a couple of little things where he was a bit out of position at times. Yeah, but he was feeling his way into the game. Kenny, I swear down that second half he was unreal. Yeah, him and Rice were unreal. I know Rice is going to get the limelight for the goals, but Rice in general was actually quality from the get-go, and both of them covered that fucking scrub at number 10. Yeah, they covered him. We were playing with 10 men today, Kenny. He was hiding, mate. We were watching it on the watch long.
I'll deal with him because
he's the only bad side for me.
Well, basically, Camavinga treated him like he was he was monkey bar keeper, throwing him around, treating him like a rag doll. There was one time when he wanted a free kick and the referee went, "Are you sure?" And just when Camavinga treated him a rag doll. However, I know it sounds perverse, but when we actually went other avenues and we didn't really include him much in the play, we played better. And that's just an observation. We played well in spite of him. And it's not a criticism of Martin Odegaard because some people may say he's got credit in the bank because of what he did in the last 2 seasons. But today, we carried him. I don't think we're gonna want to see more of that. But it's got to be about positives. Timber showed today why he's our best right back. I've been saying it all along. These people say, "Oh, we can't wait to get the Benjamin White Saka Axis partnership." No. Football moves on. We've moved on from Benjamin White. Even if Benjamin White is first fully fit, he's not playing instead of Timber at right back. It's just not happening. Look, Marzu Skelly, take a bow. You're only 18.
Unreal.
I've never seen an 18-year-old play like that since probably Wayne Rooney. The reason why I say it, I mean, they're not the same player, but what I'm talking about is the confidence to think, you know what?
The arrogance to say, fuck you, I don't care who you are.
I don't really even say it's kind of arrogance. I just think he feels, you know what?
It's like a cocky arrogance, though, but that's how I see it. It's like a cocky arrogance. He could have folded today, Kenny. He could have walked out there and gone, yo, this is Rodrigo and Mbappe. Yeah, Jude and all these, man. Bro, he was unreal.
Yeah, but you know what told today? And I think we've seen it quite a bit in Europe, especially in the knockout stages. This is a good chance for the English sides. I don't know whether they're going to win the tournament or not because, you know, international, he looked like the most prepared and probably most complete Champions League team at the moment. We've seen the best and the worst of everyone, but with Inter Milan, I don't see many weaknesses in them. But that's on the other side, Joe. You need to worry about it. One thing we've noticed today is that the physical prowess of the English teams in Europe as told today. I know people say, well, Liverpool went out. Yeah, probably they're an exception. And maybe they peaked too early. But you think about physically, this is where we had the better of Real Madrid. The first half, they had control of the piece. But the second half, when we raised the tempo, when we got our runners in and we outrun them, we outworked them. And I don't think Real Madrid could cope. And I think that English teams should use this to the advantage. Just a bit like when English teams dominated in the, between 2005 and 2012. It was their physicalities that kind of got them into those kind of positions. And we need to take advantage now and use our physicality. Second leg in Bernabeu, before the second leg, we got to talk about Brentford. I fully respect and I fully endorse anyone's view that we should make sacrifices, i.e. rotate. I don't blame fans for doing it. I'm not a big fan of rotation, but this is a great opportunity for us to get to a semi-final of the Champions League. We haven't done that for 16 years. So I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. The league is gone. We're not going to win the league. You know, our body language and our mentality says we're not going to win the league, but we're going to need to have a go at this and give it a shot. And, you know, mistakes will happen. But if we give everything our all, I think, you know, we say obviously winning is everything. But this is probably a good chance. You think about what it was like 3 months ago when we played Newcastle. Semi-final of the Cup. We thought that was our best opportunity to win trophies. Newcastle smashed us. Man United beat us in the FA Cup. I think one thing we know is that we can't let it be third time unlucky. Don't mess around. You're already, giving the league up. I think you need to go all out on this. Give it everything we got. Use our physicality, use our advantages, use our ability not to be broken down, and see what we can do and where it's going to get us. I don't know if we're going to win this Champions League, but all I've ever wanted is for us to have a go and not shadow box. And this season, we're clearly not shadow boxing in the Champions League. We're having a go.
100%. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Kenny. Yeah, right. Obviously my Wi-Fi is dead, so I'm doing this off my iPhone hotspot. Yeah, which is why this is taking so long to get them out. Yeah, but Kenny, before my Wi-Fi died, we were sitting backstage, yeah, and I'm like, this isn't over yet. Yeah, it's not over yet because at any point, especially at their ground, if we score early, if we score and go 1-0 up at any point, the stadium empties, they're finished. But if we end up with a red card, something stupid, a penalty, yellow card, whatever, they go 1-0 up in the first 20 minutes. We've seen them go bang, bang, bang. Yeah, so whilst it's great and you've seen it live and direct, I'm so gassed for you, Kenny. Yeah, same with DJ and Aaron. Right? I think we're through, but now go and win it. And if he wins it, give the geezer a statue. We ain't won a European trophy. Well, we have. We've won it, but we ain't won the major.
Yeah, first and foremost, we've got to remember we have to go from previous year's experience. Take one game at a time. You know, don't walk. It's all about. It's only half time. Obviously, you've got to sleep with one guy open, but we've done the right things in order to give us a chance to get to the semi-finals. For a start, we haven't conceded. For a start, we scored 3 clear goals. The omens are on our side. We haven't conceded any more than 2 goals this season in any football match of any description, in any tournament played. So that's what's going on for us. We've only played Real Madrid twice in European competition recently, and Real Madrid never scored against us. That's a massive omen. But one thing I will talk about, I'll rather concentrate in this season and say, right, we're very difficult to break down. And if we do concede 2 goals, then we're still going to be free. I'm not saying advocating us losing, but it's highly likely that that if we work our nuts off and Real Madrid win the football match,
They put their fucking nuts on the table tonight, Kenny. Come on.
Exactly. But the most important thing is that we've given ourselves a good enough cushion to go there and win. Again, I understand everywhere everyone's coming from, whether you're Arteta in and Arteta out, that I understand the caution because it's Real Madrid. And as I said before, if there's one team that can overturn a 3-goal deficit and be the first team this season to score more than 3 goals against us, it's that team. But then again, you also got to remember, if they score 3, they've got to make sure they don't concede, because we saw enough today to say, you know what, keep Courtois and Cotton Wool. Don't play Courtois.
Mate, he was unreal. It should have been 5 or 6. Even Bellingham said it. He said he should have lost 5 or 6.
When you talk about top goalkeepers in the world, there's a reason why he is the best. Sorry, Emi Martinez. We know what you're like.
Alisson. He is the best. He is.
But yeah, I thought Alisson was the best goal in the world until I saw Courtois today. And he's got all the attributes to do well. But you know what? He's Real Madrid's prize draw. And if he's Real Madrid's best player next week, we're going to be booking our place in the semi-finals.
Come on, not bombshell. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. His match reaction is there, live and direct in the stadium. I've shared it on my story, but make sure you follow Kenny as well. Kenny, F Brentford, nobody cares. Play the reserves. Play the under 13s.
That's going to given. We're definitely going to be doing that. You know, there's going to be a scratch side. The only player that's going to be playing is Rayo against his old club, which he's entitled to do. And he will be able to play against his old club now because he's no longer cup tied. And then he's no longer, because of the fact that he's Brentford's player. He was Brentford's player last season. And maybe you may see Benjamin White right back. You definitely see Miles Lewis-Skelly because he needs games. Saka will probably play.
I reckon he'll play Tierney or Zinchenko. Maybe Zinchenko in midfield, Jorginho as well.
You think, I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to try and change things too much because this is Mikel, we know. I think there'll be 5 changes, just like Everton. 5 changes. You could rest assured Sterling will play. He will play because he wants it. He'll think, right, I'm going to play a team that we feel is good enough to beat Brentford. And who knows, we might even get behind them. But it's all about Real Madrid. I hate saying that because I think every Arsenal game is important, but you don't get opportunities like we've got to get.
Kenny, we ain't winning the league, so every game's irrelevant.
Definitely.
Yeah. Road to where's the final? Bayern.
Munich, Allianz Arena.
Yeah. Road to Munich. Yeah, road to Munich.
Judging by what happened to Munich in their own stadium, I don't think they'll be in the final. I think International.
I think Inter will win it. I said that from the get-go. I think they'll win it.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully
they're so good defensively, Kenny, and they've got a couple of bangers up front. Yeah, 88th minute winner, Thomas Muller, old man. Yeah, he's looked 35 since birth. Yeah. He's leaving for nothing. Yeah, that guy is mad underrated. And he was the only one. Where's Kane? Kane misses sitter, apparently. Musiala went off injured. Get out of here, man. Listen, Kenny.
Here today, Kane will win the Bundesliga, but I think he wants something a bit bigger than that.
All right, let's have it and bottle it.
Let's concentrate on Brentford, and then we got something to look forward to next Wednesday, hopefully.
I love you, man. Sorry to keep you so long as well, because I know it's 1:30 where you are right now. Yeah, sorry to keep you so long, mate.
That's right.
I was profiting off a win, Kenny, so it is what it is.
Profiting off a loss.
Love you, Kenny. Always. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. We're out.